It is the homemade broadcast. It's 6 p.m. on a Wednesday, so you already know what that means. My name's Will Kuntz. This is Anna Hummel.
Good day.
Hello there.
Hey.
How are you?
Let me check in. Let me do a moment of self-reflection. I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
I like that.
Yeah, I was
Good's
like, am I sure? Because the automatic response is like, I'm good. But then I'm like, am I? And then I'm like, yeah.
You know what I started doing? Just telling people how I am. And sometimes it's not good. Yeah. How's it going? Not great. Sometimes I'll just say that.
But you want to talk about it? No.
Yeah. Well, nobody really, they go, oh, well, I hope things get better soon. Thank you. That's just the strangers, though, just for fun. You know, I'm not doing well today.
No, you're not.
Freaking man. I'm telling you, my body is just trash. Such garbage. I hate it.
Say I hate my body.
I hate my body. I do. What is that?
I don't know. It just sounded funny for you to say, like, I hate my body.
I thought it was like a motto on my 800-pound life.
No. I just thought it was funny.
Well, I got a heinous case of gout right now. I can't walk. It stinks. I hate it. I don't know what to do about it. Took tart cherry juice, but that's not
for like UTIs. No, just kidding. That's cranberry.
That's cranberry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, every time I see you, something's wrong.
Well, I know.
Cholesterol, digestion. Yeah. Let's think of all the things. Gout.
Sugar's not good.
Sugar's not good. Blood work is improving, but not great.
Yeah.
You're big on digestion, and then you also, I feel like, got joint issues. Even a few years ago, I'd come over, you'd be wearing a knee brace. I'm like, "What'd you do?" You go, "I don't know. Just hurts.
Just hurt myself.
Just hurts."
I woke up again and I hurt myself.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. It's like hitting 40 is just sending it in hyperdrive for me, and I have all the same conditions that my father has. So anything he's got, I have. So
but he's what, 25 years your senior?
Yeah, but I mean, I remember him having gout when he was in his 40s.
Yeah.
And I was like, ha ha, nice sugar foot, you jackass. But now I have it. So I'm getting it in spades. But yeah.
I did hear that from this guy I do jujitsu with. We were walking out to our cars going in the same direction. And I heard him say, not so under his breath, God, getting old sucks. And I was like, how old are you, Chance? And he goes, I'm 50. And he goes, yeah. He goes, this is exactly what he said. He goes, it starts at 40.
Yeah.
And then he goes, it's just downhill from there.
Dude, it's
and I'm like,
crazy.
I got a year and a half.
It's crazy how that number.
Yeah.
I didn't really think too much of it when I was like, yeah, okay. I know that it's a big one. You know, you're middle-aged, and
yeah,
I understand, you know, all that comes with that, you know, but I thought it was more mental than anything.
Sure.
No, body is just, it needs a jump start. I don't know. I don't want to say it's shutting down, because that's, you know, I'm not old enough for it to be shutting down. It just hurts more.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway. We do have a very exciting program for you today, as always. By the way, we do extra time on Substack for our podcast and Radio St. Pete listeners. I don't know how long we're going to have Radio St. Pete. I really dropped the ball this week.
What happened? What did you do?
I need to make a public apology to Joe Bordeaux and Radio St. Pete Board of Directors. I am a honored member of that board. And I totally forgot I was supposed to go to the board meeting. Totally slipped my mind. A once a year board meeting that we do. And
you could have done it online, right? Telling you had to go in.
I did. In fact, I said I'll be there via Zoom, but I got caught up, you know, with work. I'm working. You know, I'm not. I will say a lot of people aren't retired, but I would say the majority of people on that board are retired.
Yeah.
So they can kind of go to lunch at, you know, 12 on a Tuesday. So I didn't have the opportunity to do that, but I said I would be there via Zoom. And then I got the email later on that day that said, thank you, everybody, for showing up. And I went, oh, my God, that's not me. I did not show up. So I'm very sorry. I did send Joe an email, which has been left on read. I have not received a response. So I don't even know what's going on there. But I saw Radio St. Pete won readers pick for best radio station and best of the Bay.
Excellent.
That's cool. Very cool. So congratulations. So yeah, for Radio St. Pete listeners and podcast listeners, we do extra time, audio only. Podcast is there right after we record. I put it up, hmbradio.substack.com. Go subscribe. There's a free option and there's a small monthly or yearly option that you can do there. It's just nice. It really helps us out and shows support. Eventually we do more things over there, the more people sign up. So hmbradio.substack.com. Thank you. All right. So big news this week locally, I think, and I like to get your perspective on this because you are the sports person.
I am.
Of the duo. The MLB has approved the sale of the Tampa Bay Rays. What do you know about that drama?
Okay, this is what I know. And it's not much.
Yeah.
A tale of two cities. That is what I know. A tale of two cities. I'm purposely not looking at the article because I'm trying to go back in my memory bank.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do word association.
Okay.
Montreal,
yes.
Tampa sucks as a sports city.
Interesting.
It's just not good. MLB stadium renderings in Tampa, trying to move from St. Pete to Tampa.
That's right.
I know that. What's the Tropicana Field?
Yep.
Sad from last year.
Right.
Torn apart.
Right.
That's about it.
Okay. Well, so this has been going on for many decades. They did have an agreement in place. And in fact, I saw one of the shirts in the thrift store over the weekend. Here to stay, Tampa Bay Rays. They were going to build the stadium. They reached an agreement with the city of St. Petersburg, and they were going to build this new, awesome ballpark, but not only a ballpark, but like a big mall.
Yeah, where they were going to evict a bunch of people. If you know what I mean.
Well, you can't stop progress. And they're
wow.
They were
tell that to the Native Americans.
Well, they were gonna build housing that the people couldn't afford, but there was still gonna be housing built. So you could I think I saw something where you could basically be in you could look outside and see the field from your window.
No way they do subsidized housing right there.
I don't know. It is St. Petersburg. I mean, I doubt it, but it is St. Petersburg. Never count your bets with chickens before they hatch. Okay.
I don't think they're doing Section 8 housing feet away from the stadium, but hey, what do I know?
I'm sure it would be. It looked really cool, and they were going to kind of follow the Atlanta Braves model, Battery Park. No, that's in San Francisco. What do they call Anyway, it doesn't matter. But they were going to build just a really awesome, stadium, and the ink was dry. Everything's good. Hurricanes happened. The owner of the Tampa Bay Rays, who I think his name is Stu Sternberg, if my memory serves me, said, you know what? I don't know if I want to do this now. I don't know how you can get out of that once you sign the contract, but somehow they did. And then the city said, okay, we're done too. We're out. Now, Major League Baseball wants a team in Tampa because it's a very fast growing city. It's got a big, population here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good place for baseball to be, even though people don't really go to the games. So they said, you know what? Maybe you should sell the team, Stu. And he goes, no. And they said, well, consider it. And he goes, I'll consider it for $1 billion. And then they said, all right. So some guy from Jacksonville, some mogul of construction or real estate, apparently had $1 billion, or I don't know where he got it. Yeah. Reached into his pocket for some spare change and said, here you go. Here's $1 billion buckaroos. And he said, fine. He called my bluff. I'm out. So there's new ownership in Tampa Bay. Now, what does that mean? I don't really know, because we have the same problems here. Where's the stadium going to be? What's going to happen with the Trop?
Well, you said in Jacksonville. Does that mean the team will relocate to Jacksonville? Oh, okay.
No, I'm pretty sure not, because like I said, Major League Baseball, the organization, wants a team in Tampa.
even though Tampa doesn't want a team.
No, Tampa does want a team.
Well, it doesn't sound like it.
I think they do.
But no one goes to the games. You even just said it yourself.
It does have a big TV audience, one of the biggest TV audiences in Major League Baseball. People watch them on TV. I don't think anybody goes to baseball games, period. I think that even if you look at Yankee Stadium, which like that's baseball, right? In New York, they say every game's a sellout, but you look into the stands and it's just like nobody's there.
Really?
It's like half, empty.
Why doesn't football have this problem?
I think because there's like 80 something games at home and football has 8 or 9.
Got it.
So it's just more of a commodity. So people want to go to at least one of those 9 games as opposed to, 80 something.
Yeah, 80.
But I think what happens is they have the corporate sponsorships that buy the tickets, offer their employees tickets, clients, whatever. Maybe they go, maybe they don't, but it's still a sellout. The team has their sellout no matter what.
Yeah.
But, like I said, we have companies here now. A lot of companies have moved, to Florida, particularly after COVID.
Sure.
So maybe that will change in the near future. But what's going to happen with the stadium? Some people want it to remain in St. Pete.
Officially have new owners.
That's right. Major League Baseball owners unanimously approved the sale of the team earlier today. And News Channel 8's Marilyn Parker live from downtown St. Pete tonight. So, Marilyn, it looks like the team is being sold to the same group the Rays confirmed they were in negotiations with over the summer, right?
That's right. The group is led by Patrick Zlupski. He's actually a real estate developer, which could come in handy as they start the search for the new home of the Rays. But if you ask fans here at Ferg's, they say their home is right here in St. Pete. This was 20 years ago.
Looking forward to getting started on something that's going to be a great, great ride.
Stuart Sternberg became the owner of the Tampa Bay Rays. The team honored Stu over the weekend, and Monday brought on a new era, with Major League Baseball owners unanimously approving the sale of the Rays to a group led by Patrick Zlupski. They're faced
I like
with
that's
a
the picture they
historically
use.
challenging task.
Just him golfing. They don't have like a good, nice photo of him.
Yeah.
Of finding a home for the team.
I think Tampa is the wiser choice. Also, Ybor City is set to be the location for the new Brightline station coming to Tampa within the next decade. Okay, that'll link the Rays to Miami and to Orlando and also the Space Coast.
John Boyd helps advise major corporations on site locations. He says cities count on stadiums and arenas to bring in billions. We'll talk about what it means to an area when they lose a stadium, just like how St. Pete could potentially.
It's no secret that site is a prime real estate site in St. Petersburg, the gas plant district.
The Rays had 61 sellouts this year at Tampa's Steinbrenner Field, bringing in more than 786,000 attendees.
So that's pretty good.
But that's a lot smaller of a...
Much smaller.
Right? Than Tropicana.
Yes. Much, much smaller. It's about, I think, the same amount of people that went to Tropicana Field where it looked empty. It looked packed. I did get to go to one game.
I was with you.
This year.
Oh, this year, you mean?
Yeah. To an actual Rays game there.
I was there when you threw the first pitch.
Yeah. When they threw me a bone because they didn't send me a hat.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that was nice of them. Thank the Tarpons for that.
It's down from the more than 1 million at Tropicana Field in 2024. Do you travel to Tampa to go see the Bucks?
Yes, I do.
So have you traveled to Tampa to go see the Rays?
No.
Why not?
Nobody does. They belong here and not in Tampa.
Some fans say St. Pete has built up the area around the Rays, and they want the new owners to seriously consider investing in St. Pete.
It's not all up to the fans. It's up to the general managers. It's up to the owners. You got to draft the right players. You got to build your team around the fan base.
Build your team around a fan base?
I like how it said Rays fan. He was wearing just a Bucks
all
jersey.
Bucks gear. Yeah, he doesn't. That guy has never been to a baseball game. I'm pretty sure.
MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred told Front Office Sports last week that selling to a group with deep roots here in Tampa would be positive long-term for the franchise. We're live in downtown St. Pete tonight. Marilyn Parker, 8 on your...
Well, there you go.
Hey.
So it sounds like the deal's done. Where the stadium's going to end up, I don't know, here, Tampa. I'm sure they got some other... They got to figure this out, though, quick. I mean, the season's ending. I think it starts in February. They start to report for, spring training.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the deal will be done by then. I don't know. Do you have any preference? Tampa or St. Pete?
Probably Tampa, so that it's
Okay.
less traffic in St. Pete.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate
I've
that.
been to 2 professional baseball games in my life.
Did you enjoy them?
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. One of them, it's kind of embarrassing. I don't think I'd ever been to. Yeah, I certainly had not been to a professional baseball game. This was in Detroit. I had a friend that came to visit who has since killed himself.
Oh God.
But he got a kick out of the fact that when the grounds crew came on, I thought it was like pageantry.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, the halftime show, because the way that they moved so quickly, I was just really impressed.
Sure.
And I just thought that they were going to do like a little bit of a show.
Yeah.
And then he just like let me think that. And then I'm like, wait, what are they doing? He's like, that's the grounds crew. And I was like, oh, my bad.
Ooh. Yeah. Oopsie. What do we got? We got a bunch of, I want to do something local. We got, I guess Bubba won his documentary injunction thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I guess his documentary is going to get released. It's not
It already
his.
has.
It's not his documentary, but
Right.
whoever
It's about
did it.
his situation.
Yeah, you haven't watched it, right? No. I'd like to watch it. I don't even know where I can get it, but I'd like to hear what they have to say. Pinellas Park. Pinellas Park that's where I reside now. In fact, we're looking over the beautiful 66th Street right outside my window here, gateway to St. Petersburg. But there was a few things that happened. I thought of you for some reason. I don't know why, Anna.
Was it Hulk?
When I saw this guy? No.
Oh, wait, what the?
No.
Why did that guy remind you of me?
I don't know. Let me make sure it's on the screen. It's not really so much.
Is it the hair?
His like body. Just let's share this tab instead. I just thought this might be a good way, Anna, to get attention to HMBradio and the fine work that we're doing here. And this guy, his name is, where is it? I just saw it. Something Ty.
Yeah, I see it. A-N, right there.
Oh yeah. Antai Ty. That's a bizarre name.
Is he Thai?
I don't know. I mean, he's from somewhere in that region of the world, but he was trying to make YouTube videos and doing something called rage baiting. You know, these online videos. I hate prank videos. I really don't like them.
Yeah.
They annoy me, and I like when they get shot, because there was one guy who got shot. That's with somebody at Walmart. But anyway, so this guy just went outside and started screaming the N-word at people for YouTube to get them mad.
Like juveniles, children.
Yeah, children. Yeah.
I would watch that. I'm not going to lie to you.
It looks entertaining, I will say. I thought maybe this should be, I don't know if you want to think about it. Maybe you could go out. I'm not saying yell that word, but maybe yell other words at people and just, try to get them to tune in. That might be fun. Something to think about. I saw this guy too had a prior arrest. He had like a standoff with the ATF or something in South Carolina. Believe it or not, I don't believe this man is mentally stable.
What?
I think he might have some issues.
That's outrageous.
His mustache is enraging.
It's disgusting.
When he eats a sandwich,
stop.
He must just get hair that goes right into his mouth. His mustache is growing literally into his mouth. It's a very unfortunate looking mustache, and also just the functionality of it is not good. And it has the consistency of a type of hair that is found below deck on the body. Anyway, this is all just secondary.
Nasty.
And the second story I saw from Pinellas Park, I like this one too. I thought this one was fun. There's a Florida woman, okay, Pinellas Park. She decided to spray a man with silly string and then threw the can at his head during an attack. Now, it turns out she's also an escort as well.
Okay.
A woman is facing criminal charges after Pinellas Park police say she used something meant for fun, silly string, to attack a man at a restaurant. According to an arrest affidavit filed by the Pinellas Park Police Department, Crystal Watts, 48, confronted the victim last Thursday night at the OCC Roadhouse. You ever been there?
No.
I haven't either.
Wait, is that like motorcycles and stuff?
Orange County Choppers Roadhouse
Yeah,
Restaurant.
I think I have been there.
You have, yeah, I would
I
imagine.
think I went there for a bone
Yeah.
event and it got canceled, but it only got canceled after I showed up.
Oh, really? Nobody told you?
Yeah, I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, it maybe it was a weather thing or something. But I remember going there and then just leaving minutes later.
Are you thinking of OCC Roadhouse or Quaker Steak and Lube?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's all the same to me.
I think they're very close to each other. They might
Okay.
even be across the street, like competitors.
Okay. I went to one of them.
Yeah. So she sprayed the guy with silly string, then she threw the empty can at the victim's head. Police arrested Watts on a misdemeanor battery charge. Court records show that she is bonded out of jail. There she is.
That's 48.
That's 48.
Whoa.
Not great.
Crystal meth and cigarettes.
Yes.
It's going to age you, even though you've got stunning eyes.
That's yes,
Beautiful
got pretty
eyes.
She does. You're right.
Yeah.
The affidavit did not include details on how Watts and the victim had known each other or what the alleged attack was all about. But maybe it's unpaid debt. I mean, I did hear that she was also a lady of the night. Had many previous arrests for that. That was on another story. But anyway, Pinellas Park just putting it on the map. That's all I'm saying. Anna, maybe you could combine the two, screaming, obscenities and the silly string, throwing it at people while wearing some sort of HMB radio gear.
I think my favorite aspect of the first story, at least, was that he was directing it towards children. That's awesome. Just harassing children, and not in like a sexual or abusive way.
Finally.
But just like in a funny, like it said that he was yelling racial slurs at them. It would be funnier if they were not the race. Just like a bunch of white kids. They're just like, what? Just like to add more confusion. And it makes it better that he's Asian.
Yeah.
So like, he can't be racist. He's Asian. Oh,
right.
Perfect. Just so that nothing makes sense.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm game for that.
Few things are making sense these days.
That's a fact.
This is a really kind of sad story, but I saw the New York Post picked it up out of Gulfport, and I actually knew this. Well, I didn't know her personally. I didn't know her. Well, I've met her and like hung out with her a few times in college.
God.
She was a friend of a friend.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
this
God.
Poor lady. Let me make sure it's up. Yeah, there it is. A Florida woman killed by a drunk driver in Gulfport. Now, Gulfport I frequent often. Do you make it down to Gulfport at all?
Once in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I actually was talking about it with my partner the other day. I'm like, have you ever been to Gulfport? He's like, there's nothing there. I'm like, yeah, I've been there once. It sucks. That was the extent of our conversation.
We'll go to the Gulfport, my partner and I, fairly often. Maddie's is a great bar there. They had some other ones. It kind of got messed up during, the hurricane.
Yeah.
Everywhere it did.
What if you don't drink? Would you go to Gulfport? What would you do in life? Can anybody? I'm sorry to like squirrel you, but like, what do you do? Because me and my partner don't drink hardly ever.
Right.
We never drink for sport.
Yeah,
and we often are like, what are we gonna do? Especially when it's super hot and like you can't go bike riding, you can't really do much outside. What do you do?
Well, I mean, Gulfport is near the water. You could take a walk. There's good bars there, but that doesn't really account.
Yeah.
They have good restaurants. Pia's is there.
What's that?
Italiano. Pia's. Trattoria. Is that how you say that?
Trattoria. Yeah.
Trattoria. It's very good.
Okay.
Really good eggplant parmesan.
Ooh, okay. Yeah,
so I mean, there's some good spots to eat there. Actually, Pia's is probably about it as far as good. And it is kind of just like a little St. Pete. It's very gay down there. Lots of pride flags. There's a crystal store. If you're into crystals.
I'm just gonna stick where I'm at.
Okay.
Thank you though.
Well, I bet you this guy, Xavier Omar Rigby, is 22 years old, was probably hanging out at O'Maddy's, I would imagine, because that's the place to be in Gulfport. He was boozing and then decided to get into his 2021 Altima. They always drive Altimas, man. Everybody's getting in trouble in a dang Altima. You notice that?
No, but I will now.
Yeah. He left at a high rate of speed in St. Petersburg in Gulfport when he allegedly struck 38-year-old Kirsten Strang. I'm pretty sure she looks so familiar to me. I'm pretty sure it's a friend of a friend.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen her in many years.
Sure.
Didn't know her personally, but it was pretty crazy. Allegedly slammed into the rear of her bike with so much force that it sent her flying onto the windshield of his Altima. Police say he continued to drive for 8 blocks with Strang hanging out of the windshield before her body was dislodged from the vehicle and fell into the road. He went ahead and just left the scene without calling 911
Oh my God.
or waiting for first responders. She was pronounced dead at the scene.
She's a kid.
Yeah, she's a young mom. It's just very sad. Yeah, St. Petersburg police officers caught Rigby a short while later at a liquor store, of all places, about a mile away from where the crash happened, showing signs of impairment. Police said they smelled alcohol on Rigby's breath. His eyes were bloodshot and he was slurring his words. After refusing to take a field sobriety test, he was immediately arrested. The alleged drunk driver was booked into the Pinellas County Jail. He was charged with leaving the scene of a crash involving death, vehicular homicide, leaving the scene, and DUI manslaughter. During his first court appearance, the judge wasted no time blasting Rigby's criminal past and his part in that crash. He said, "Here you are leaving the scene of a crash from 2022. And then in 2024, the state was generous enough to reduce your DUI to reckless driving for purposes of bond. It's a DUI." So he had a,
prior record
with boozing and then getting behind the wheel of a car. Rigby's record includes speeding more than 30 miles over the speed limit. He has a prior DUI that required DUI school and a MAD victim impact panel. Additional charges including driving on the wrong side of the road of a divided highway and an open container charge. So yeah, just a really sad story.
Shame. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. A single parent of a young son. Wait, go down.
Yeah.
Who's gonna take care of the kid?
I don't know.
Daddy's not around.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can have custody, right? And maybe dad's still around. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
how that
When they
works.
say single parent, because I've been off Instagram for 2 weeks right now. I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of people on there calling themselves single parents because they're single, like they don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and they're a parent. So they're like, I'm a single parent. I'm like, you have 50-50 custody with your ex-husband. Like you're not a single parent. You're single and you're a parent, but they call themselves a single parent.
Right.
Stop saying that.
You're saying that a single parent is the only person in the picture of the child.
Like
one half of the equation is gone.
Correct. Like you have 100% custody of your kid and like no help on the other side. That's a single parent, not I'm single and I'm a parent.
Right.
That's not it.
Not the move. Yeah. Not true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So sad story out of Gulfport. And that guy ruined his life too. I'm sure now that it's got picked up in the New York Post and made national news, it's trying to draw even more attention to his case.
He'll get
And
a
he's
GoFundMe for himself and get out of jail by Al Sharpton or who's the Crump? Ben Crump.
Yeah.
Ben Crump.
I don't think Benny's touching this case with 10-foot pole.
Really?
This guy's just toast. You're done, dude.
The other guy stabbed the one in the heart. I guess you could say possibly, for self-defense or something like that.
That's what they were. Yeah, I don't think driving drunk and hitting a lady on her bike could be considered self-defense.
Well, you never know.
You can try.
Twist this.
But
I'm sure it's racism's fault, but
what else is new?
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna say goodbye to Radio St. Pete and our podcast listeners, but stay tuned. We're gonna talk about a lot of violence, a lot of perhaps politically motivated or definitely politically motivated that has taken place over the past few weeks. And
an update on the super fat that goes to my jiu-jitsu academy.
Oh, okay, quickly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
That's what we're gonna.
It was a tease. Sorry.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So we want to hear about jiu-jitsu fatty, and we're going to hear about the shootings, and it's going to be fun. So join us over at hmbradio.substack.com or willsyoutube.com. Will be up on Sunday night at midnight. And thank you for listening. We appreciate you, and goodbye. All right, let's get to jiu-jitsu fatty.
Jiu-jitsu fatty showed up again yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was going to message you about it because my partner I think he thinks that my fixation, obsession, I don't want to call it like a fetish or a kink because it's not sexual, but you know me, like I have a thing. It's my thing. Fats are my thing. Okay. I like them. I like learning about them. Their lives are just so vastly different from my own.
Yeah.
You know, I've never had, I know you proclaimed in the first part of the show, you said, I quote, I hate my body.
Mm-hmm.
That's a quote from Will Kuntz.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, when I say I love my body, I don't mean like, oh, I love the way it looks, but I love my body and the fact that it is the Toyota Camry of bodies.
Mm.
You know, it's not a sports car. My body doesn't have double D's and like, you know, a 22-inch waist, but my body is going to get you where you need to go. It's reliable.
I would say if your body was a car, it would be a Mazda Miata.
I don't know cars. Is that
It's like a small convertible, sleek, you know,
like reliable?
Oh, I don't know if it's reliable.
Because that's really, I'm not talking about the looks. It's really about the functionality.
It's like
the
a sports
utility.
car, but it doesn't want to be a sports car. You know?
I'm really like a Honda Civic, Toyota Camry in terms of
I think
reliability.
Yeah, but you're small, you're quick.
So what's like a small, reliable car? Like a Kia?
Sure.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm reliable. You know, it gets me places. You know, sometimes I'm not happy with how everything looks, but it's doing its job, right? So that's why I'm so interested in the fats, because they like just, you know, eat whatever, don't move, and they're just essentially like trapped in this body.
Yeah.
So recently, this woman joined jujitsu. I learned over the weekend that she likes women.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm like, at first I was doing like a girl power thing, but now I don't want to give her the wrong impression that I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm into women or that I'm into her. You run into the same issue that I guess you run into with men, right? Like, I'm just being nice. I don't want people to think I'm making a pass. I'm just being friendly and being kind.
Mm-hmm.
I think she gets it. So anyways, I was a little bit concerned yesterday when the instructor showed us the moves and I was partnered with her and I was like, this may be the last time that I do jujitsu. I don't know if I can get out of that if I have, 300 pounds on me.
Yeah.
But what I learned is that, dude, it was like a dream. And my Chris did not want to hear about this, but she's a soft fat.
Yeah.
Remember when I told you like, that people who are hard fats and it's like it's heavy, but then there are people who are soft fats. They're very buoyant, they're just squishy. So I was
beanbag chair.
Yes, and I was rolling with her a little bit yesterday and it was like I was like wrestling with a waterbed. It was amazing. It was such a great experience. And she was so big that like, I was just like kind of like rolling over her. I like she is more she has a larger circumference than you do by far. And so it was just, and when I would do frames, like kind of push her away, it wasn't like I was pushing her whole body. Like my hand would just sink in. And so that was super cool, but it was good to see her. And I'm like super stoked that I get to roll with a marshmallow. So
yeah,
super cool.
Great.
Soft fat.
Keep us posted. I want to know about when she inevitably asks you on a date. That's going to be good.
I think she's married to a woman.
Okay.
So I don't know if she's available or if like I'm her type, but I mean, come on.
Yeah. But I don't think chicks are really like promiscuous if they're gay. Like guys are.
Correct.
Like you'll have, 8-somes and stuff, but I think lesbians kind of just nest together.
100%.
They're very loyal.
Cuz you think like men, I don't want to say are typically the cheaters in a heterosexual relationship, but they definitely have a higher sex drive. So when you have two guys together, everyone just fucking.
Yeah.
But then when you have two women with probably maybe low T, I don't know, like no, they just talk about their feelings in a bathtub.
And they don't usually my understanding, now I don't have an in-depth knowledge of lesbians by any means, but it's my understanding there's like bed death as soon as they move in together. They just don't have sex anymore at all. and they're just like roommates. And many of them stay together for a long time. I hear that there's a pretty high rate of domestic violence in those relationships.
Really?
Yeah.
In Lesbos?
You'd have to fact check me here.
Oh.
I don't want to give out false information, but this is my understanding. Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Oh,
Bitches be crazy.
yeah. And there's two of them, and they can
Cycles are
smack each
sinking.
other around.
Yeah.
It's just not much. It's like two dudes. I think it's kind of the same thing. I don't know if men really fight like that, gay men, but I don't know.
Well, at least it's a fair fight, I guess, with two chicks.
Yeah.
Or more
Maybe
fair.
not, unless one's like,
one's like
a bull and
one's like built like me or something. That
one's
would
a
be-
Mazda Miata.
One's a
one's
Mazda
a bull.
Miata, the other one's a Suburban.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
anyways, that is the update on super soft fat jujitsu chick. She's very nice.
Jiu-jitsu fatty. It's hard for me
Jujitsu
to
fatty.
say. It's hard for me to say, but I'm going to work on it.
It literally felt like I was fighting a waterbed. Like I'm like, ah!
It must be a good workout though, because if you're pushing and you get that resistance, I mean, it must be kind of good for your arms.
Yeah.
More so than.
But
yeah.
it wasn't like impossible. It just, again, it wasn't like I could really move her body. It just my hand would sink into hers.
She had like big jugs, like huge, just
No.
fat tees,
No, she has like a giant belly.
and then they're kind of just like. That sucks. That's the worst kind of tees to have outside of pizza tees. those are not great. When you see like a morbidly obese lady and she just has no boobs at all, you're just like, damn,
God,
that's
really hates
rough.
you.
Yeah, that's rough. Because that's usually the good thing is like if you have a big girl like that, usually they got big old cans.
Yeah.
But
She has no T's and no elbows. It just,
no elbow.
just she's built like the Michelin Man, bro.
What about the behind? Does she have a big butt?
It's like big and not big at the same time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like wide, but not like
Oh, so it's just flat.
Flat.
She's got a big flat butt. She's got a big back. She's big backed.
Yeah, she's got a big trunk, but not a lot of shape.
Not a lot of meat in the caboose.
Yeah, that is I saw this thing online. It was like a frog butt. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. It's a regular size butt on a Mazda Miata body, but when you expound upon it, it stays the same size. You just got the cheeks,
Yeah.
and it's just got that little boop, boop, and then it's just got big back all around it.
It's crazy. And again, I don't know if these are normal thoughts, probably not, but when I see someone like that, much like when you probably are watching a stellar athlete, a running back, a quarterback, a basketball player, what have you, and when you're just like, wow, like look what the human body can do. That's how I feel when I see people who are just like enormous. I'm like, whoa, like that's what our bodies can do, which is insane. Like she could probably survive 7 famines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always say I want to look like I could survive 1 famine, but not 2.
Right.
That's the leanness I'm looking for, but she could survive 7, a decade of famines and be totally fine.
That's like that famous doctor, what's his name? Dr. Now
Yeah.
quote. And then the lady said she has to eat something, and he just said, no.
He goes,
You
no,
don't.
you don't. He goes, you eat the food that belong to the next 4 years.
Yeah. So you could literally not eat anything for a long time. Just drink water and be okay. Yeah.
True. If you have like electrolytes that you need and you're maybe monitored by a doctor, you could survive probably a year without food if you're like super fat.
Somebody did that. Didn't a guy
Yep.
do that?
Yep.
He went like
It was
many months
supervised,
at
medically
least?
supervised. Yeah,
Okay.
no, it was I think it was a year. But you got to think that's what the fat is. It's energy. It's
Right.
stored energy. It's
Right.
not like you need to constantly eat this. That's why you get fat, so that if you don't have food, you still live.
Hmm.
That's how the body works. It's pretty
Love it.
impressive.
Yeah, does amazing
Smart.
things.
Yeah.
Truly.
Mm.
So we had another shooting today.
Yeah.
We
God.
had one a few weeks. I don't even know if you know about this one, but did you hear about the guy that? Well, Jimmy Kimmel returned last night. Maybe we could talk about that later. I don't even really care.
I didn't either,
about
but
it.
I did watch the monologue this morning.
Did you see the guy that shot up the affiliate, the ABC affiliate?
No, I didn't hear
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah. So this lunatic, the suspect, and this was on Friday.
Oh my God.
He shot up ABC affiliate Sacramento's office, left anti-Trump writings in his car, including a handwritten warning to FBI Director Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, the deputy director, and Attorney General Pam Bondi are, quote, next after this. He said this is for hiding Epstein and ignoring the red flags. Do not support Patel, Bongino, Pam Bondi. They're next. CK from above. His name is Annabelle Hernandez Santana.
Her name?
His name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a man.
I thought so.
And I think he's involved with like a teachers union or something. I'm pretty sure out there. But he says, we believe there's a political motive behind his actions. Sacramento County District Attorney said, Thien Ho, that's his name, the district attorney. He said the notes left behind, that he left behind, and the target in place of the recent dismissal of the Jimmy Kimmel show. So he was mad about Jimmy and went ahead and
This is
took care
one
of an
fan.
affiliate. Yeah, super fan.
Yeah.
Apparently. Dude, people are, it's getting obviously out of control. I don't even really know. I understand, like I talked to my soon-to-be wife about this, and she's like, we got to get along. We got to get along.
How does she propose that be done?
I don't really know, but I have to, she's, it's just, they're trying to divide us.
Who's
but
they?
Well,
Powers
she
that
gets mad
be.
at me when I say they too, but I think that's the exact word that she used.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the media or, the internet, or I guess those are the same things.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to be like, we are like divided. It's amazing the things that, one person sees a 6, and if you're on the other side, they see a 9, a completely different thing. We just don't agree on anything. It seems like, I know there must be some things, but like what? Maybe like tax rates or something? Probably not even that.
No.
So I'm very concerned about this. It seems like, I don't really, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a registered Republican. I tend to, these days, now that I'm getting older, I guess side with, a lot of those. I think I'm just normal, though. It's like, I don't really think that men should play women's sports. That became like a conservative point of view. I don't really think it is, but I mean, it is, I guess. But I don't know. It's just, I'm like, did you see the Tylenol thing? That memes that were going on? You're not online, so you don't know.
No. I was actually on Twitter quite a bit today, trying to
okay.
learn about like why Tylenol is a problem or allegedly a issue, and not from RFK Jr. or Trump, but I was like listening to people who had like PhDs going, this causes glutathione, or like the lack of glutathione, which I guess is encouraged by Tylenol and vaccines. Like increases brain inflammation, and that's why you can become susceptible to things like autism, stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, sorry, go on.
So that, to me, they were like, hey, we think Tylenol might play a role in autism, right?
Mm-hmm.
And since, they said that, this became, well, I saw a few different takes on it. Like, I'm watching some of my friends post this stuff, and I'm going, oh my God. Like, how unreasonable are you? It was, I'm taking Tylenol today. Like, so all of a sudden people are just going to take it for no reason, just to take it, which, okay, they're not telling you not to take Tylenol. They're saying if you're pregnant, you may have a increased
susceptibility
to it.
Yeah.
And, then you got people in the comments going, I took Tylenol and my baby's fine. Oh, well, case closed then. You're one data point on a map.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that it's going to cause it. It's just they're saying that they believe that, and I'm assuming they have data behind this. It's something they've been looking at and studying for a period of time. I don't think they're just pulling this out of their, butts, but it seems like that's what a lot of people, online think, is they're just, for whatever reason, are against Tylenol.
Yeah, and it's like they're trying to protect you, or I mean not saying like, oh, the government's trying to protect you, but like they're like, hey, we noticed something over the last 20 years, and it seems like every freaking kid is on the spectrum. Why could that be the case? Is it because we have 50 more vaccines on the schedule?
Yeah.
And maybe it's, I like Trump said, and I've heard other people echo this years ago, is like, just stagger them more. It's
Mhm.
not like you don't have to get all the vaccines. Don't get them all at once. Like stagger them so that instead of, over the span of 1 year, maybe it's 3 or 4 years or something like that. I've heard multiple people say that. So, and then as soon as you bring it up, like there's this liberal guy I work with, he's super cool, but like, I'm just like, well, maybe he's like, oh God, like, oh, so you're like anti-vax. I'm like, like, stop just assuming that it is what it is, what they're saying. Don't you want to know why everyone has autism? His brother has autism. Don't you want to know maybe why that happened, perhaps?
Yeah. It's weird. It's like if you're not, they hear these trigger words when you bring up like, well, maybe the vaccines, not being that it just totally shuts them down. And they go, well, what are you anti? No, I'm
You're
not.
Anti-science? Actually, no, I'm literally pro-science.
Well, the interesting thing is that now their side gets to be anti-science because a normal reaction to this would be,
let's investigate.
The Department of Health and Human Services say there might be a link between taking Tylenol while pregnant and autism. Huh. All right. Well, thanks for the heads up, and then go about your life.
Yeah.
And
no one's banning Tylenol.
Do it or don't. Like talk to your doctor about it. What do they say? Now, if your doctor's a Democrat or Republican, they might have totally different, measures to take.
Or they may not know. Just because they're a doctor doesn't mean they know everything about everything.
Right.
So.
But it blows my mind because I know that there are people out there. There's some pregnant lady out there who's like 2 months pregnant that heard this news and started taking Tylenol.
I saw it on Twitter today.
It's crazy.
She goes, I'm pregnant and look at this, taking Tylenol. Okay.
And it's gonna, I don't know if it's gonna end up with more increased, cases to own, the Orange Man and RFK. But, just why can't you just be like, oh, really? Dang, okay. And then just go about your day. But the other takes I saw that it's anti-woman. How?
Huh?
Yeah, it's anti-woman because women have pain when they're pregnant and they want women to be in pain. So
there are other like NSAIDs you can take.
Sure.
Advil.
Yeah.
Ibuprofen.
There's many, as a matter of fact.
You don't have to take
on the market.
acetaminophen. Like you can take other things.
I know. But it's just like those kind of takes are just like, oh my God. I don't know.
You could
what
take
to do with those.
Percocet. They didn't actually no. Percocet has acetaminophen and stay away.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Or the other take that I saw is that autism doesn't need to be cured at all.
Right.
That it's good, and that's who they are. And you're just
retards.
That's Anna Hummel, not me.
That's me.
Yeah, you're just like anti-disabled. You're anti-disabled folks, or I don't know what the proper terminology is, but they're anti-whatever, people on the spectrum are.
This is exactly the body positivity movement for fatties.
Yeah.
And they go like, hey, you're really unhealthy and like you may die. And they go, you're fat phobic. Fuck you.
Yeah.
This is the same thing. It's like my kid can't communicate, is having trouble talking and throws tantrums and is smacking himself in the face and staring at a fan. Well, that's just he's neuroatypical.
Well, what you see, and there's been like a push with like Love on the Spectrum being just a huge success on Netflix. Great show. Yeah, me too. I love it. It's really, and they're really sweet and they're, very awkward, obviously, but it's a very entertaining program, and it's, a glimpse into life with autism, kind of, not really, honestly, because you see like what severe autism is, where they're just screaming, yelling, attacking, their mothers and father.
They have to wear like a helmet. They have to be put in homes sometimes because they attack the other siblings or the parents.
Right. Because Love on the Spectrum, they just cut a tinge, but there is like
they're
some
autistic,
severe...
but yeah, not like to the point where it's like, I don't know what it is, like Cat 5 autism or like whatever they call it. But yeah, they're not that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're casted, so they've been vetted and everything.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, just that take is crazy. But I've seen this before, that sort of take with like they have something that they're working on that they can put in your head and works like a cochlea and will cure deafness. And there's people in the deaf community that don't like that because you're trying to eradicate deafness. And Kinda. I mean, it's a good thing to be able to hear for, many reasons. Not only can you hear music and stuff, but you can hear traffic or a horn. Like, there's just a lot of advantages to have
Right.
that sense.
Yeah.
But, a lot of people have just taken that kind of, or not a lot of people necessarily, but some people, some freaks have taken it to, you're trying to eradicate, deaf, or, Down syndrome is another one where you're trying to like eradicate Down syndrome because they can do something with CRISPR or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. It just blows me away. Seeing the Tylenol stuff, I was just how unreasonable people are online. I don't know if they're like this in like day to day. I don't think so.
I
But
can't imagine them not being. Like,
it's just
to feel compelled enough to like make a video that, like, I'm sure you saw similar ones that this woman was like, I'm pregnant, and then she was just like down in a bunch of Tylenol. I'm like,
it's so...
what are you trying to prove? And what if your kid has autism?
Yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Are you gonna feel bad? Are you gonna feel bad that you did what you did? But
probably not. They'll rationalize it, some way. But yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, I think people are like putting their lives and family at risk to like, just because this is a bad person. So anything that they do must be the opposite, needs to be true. Like I said, I just can't understand why people just go, huh, interesting. Anyway, and move on with their lives, and then talk about it with your healthcare professional or whatever. Do what you want. But to just like, I'm taking 2 Tylenol today. It's like, my God, that's so lame.
And stuff like this comes out all the time where it's like, potatoes may cause cancer, and no one cares. It's kind of like pop science. Yeah, but because this is coming from the administration, it's like, F them. Yeah, it's absolutely, it's wild.
So we had this shooting on Friday, which appears to be politically motivated. Today in Dallas, there was a ICE-inspired shooting. A sniper, he was killed. You know what's crazy about that? He killed a detainee.
Bad aim. I know.
Well, okay, so this is another thing where I saw like Matthew Iglesias and, some big David Pacman, I think.
I don't know who these people are.
They're people on the left side of the spectrum that are journalists or, hosts. Well, they shot. All right, so let's just say this. There was a shooting. This dude killed a detainee, wounded 2 others, shot at some sort of bus, which wasn't an ICE bus. It was like some other government, entity that was unmarked. So he was stupid, didn't know what he was shooting at. But the take that I heard is, and they found anti-ICE propaganda scrawled, that he wrote
engraved
all over his bullets,
yeah,
with a pen, anti-ICE. And it's just funny how the people who were calling people conspiracy theorists are now conspiracy theorists, just with the change that's taken place over
what are
the few
they
years.
saying? Like, this guy was a plant?
No, they're saying that, well, he killed a detainee and shot another one. No ICE officers were shot or killed, so this guy must be like a MAGA guy.
Even though it says anti-ICE.
Yeah, they're saying, no, that's a FBI. Don't trust the FBI statements. Don't trust anything the administration says. It can't be trusted. Aaron Rupar, that was another one that was saying that.
Yeah.
They're just like tinfoil hat guys, which is just so ironic, just how it changed. Yeah.
Everything
Even
changed.
the Tylenol thing, it's like, now the government's saying this, the government was saying take vaccines. Okay. There was people who said no, and then there was other people who went, yeah, definitely, I'm getting those things. And then they said, hey, don't take Tylenol. Oh yeah, I'm taking Tylenol. Like, it's just so crazy how it just, everything is switched around,
right,
based on the this new administration being in there. So anyway, the guy was killed. He was a sniper.
He killed himself, right?
Yeah, he killed himself. The message was anti-ICE, scrawled all over the casings found near his body. I don't even know what else to say about it, really. But we got another one. So last one was on Friday, and we made it not even a full week before there was another one that appears to be politically motivated. But don't worry, as we know, the ADL has told us that white men are overwhelmingly the assailants
Yeah.
in political motivated shootings, which I think this guy was white in their defense.
Yes. There's a picture of him at the top.
Let's see him.
There on the left.
Oh yeah.
Right. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
That's
okay.
him. Well, I will say this, Will. I'm a little fearful for myself because I don't know how much farther to the right I can go. Because I was a moderate this time last year.
Yeah.
I don't know what I am, but I'm just going to say I'm hateful. I'm freaking hateful.
Yeah.
Philip Anthony?
Oh, thanks, Phil. Phil Anthony's a super sticker. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you.
You rock, dude.
Very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I'm very hateful, I feel. I've been having this situation at work with this, I wouldn't call her elderly. She's probably in her early 60s, Hispanic woman. And she talks very loudly on the phone, like everyone else that works at my job. And
on speakerphone?
Yeah, on speakerphone or just like in general. And I used to eat in the like dining area, but she would just come in and just blast like gospel music while she was eating and then comment on what I was eating. And I was like, fuck this, I'm leaving. So I started going outside. There's like it's actually quite nice, like a little bench area, whatever. And she started following me out there. And I'll just be like, either silence or watching one of my videos at a reasonable volume. And then she just comes out. She goes, can I sit here? What am I going to tell her? No. Sometimes she doesn't ask. She just sits down and then she just starts playing her videos very loudly. And I am so excited because I'm going to bait this woman into sitting next to me. And it's going to be a really interesting experience because I don't even know this woman's name, but if I were to venture a guess, she probably hangs to the left.
Yeah.
And I've already picked out the video that I'll be blasting on my phone. I'll let her make the first offense. She'll start watching videos loudly because I don't want her to be like, you were listening. No. I was sitting there peacefully and quiet. You came, you started blasting some videos or talking loudly on the phone. I'm going to put on Tom Homan talking about ICE, whatever video, maybe sparring with AOC. And this is how it happens in my head. I'm going to start blasting that. And then she's going to comment because she has very little emotional regulation. She will inevitably turn to me and go like, that's so crazy that's happening. And then I will be watching what I'm watching and I'll slowly turn towards her and I'll say, this is exactly what I voted for. And then just back to center. And she's going to be so freaked out and disgusted. She'll just walk away and she'll avoid me forever.
Or assault you.
Assault
maybe.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think she has the energy. She's got a bad knee.
Okay. She got a cane, maybe whack you over the head.
I don't think so. I think she's kind of the type to be like, oh, and like, run away. And then if she reports me to like HR or something, I may deny it. I may be like, I was watching a video. I'm not allowed to watch videos.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the fantasy scenario in my mind.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to happen. I'm going to bait this woman in. Come sit next to me, honey. Bitch.
Yeah. So I don't know. I would be interested to see what happens, over the next week to see what crimes are committed.
Yeah.
This is just so nuts, dude.
Yeah.
In my life, it's just getting worse and worse.
Mm-hmm. And like, what's the logical conclusion for this? Like, and here's the thing. We think it's bad now. I feel like things there's a long way to fall, perhaps.
Yeah.
There was a civil war here once.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that there's incentive for politicians I think they fight, in public. But in private, I think they're very chummy with each other, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. I just don't know what this means for us. The people who are, watching this stuff online and I know it's just individuals. Like, it's easy to be like, the left is committing these crimes when it's like these individuals seem like they've all had, although this guy, the shooter's brother, I just saw claims that he didn't have strong feelings about ICE. So I don't know if I trust his brother.
Yeah, who
But-
hasn't spoken to him in 2 years? Like,
Yeah, I don't,
I haven't
don't
seen
know.
my sister in 8.
Yeah,
We ain't close.
but it's hard. I mean, you can't deny that. Well, you can deny it. I see it being denied. that
Yeah.
These are, they even said that the Charlie Kirk dude was a MAGA guy.
That's what Kimmel said.
That's just like, obviously that's one of those things where you go, no, but that's what bothers me and kind of pushes me away from them, because I'm like, that's just not true. It's factually not true. And I think Kimmel's thing was, well, it was a joke. He does this clown nose on, clown nose off.
Yeah, I hate that.
I hate that too.
I don't know if you know who this is. His name is Bassem Youssef. You know him?
No, I don't
Probably
know.
seen him. But anyways, he does the parachute out. He's just like, as soon as the Charlie Kirk thing happened, obviously I'm really into the Israel thing. As soon as the Charlie Kirk thing happened, he started drawing, like implying that it was Israel. Like the Mossad killed Charlie Kirk through this guy who had a partner who was a furry trans dude, but somehow the Mossad, whatever.
Yeah.
So he starts like implying that. And then as soon as like I was watching Piers Morgan, Piers was like, why would you do that? He's like, because I'm trying to get clicks. I'm making jokes. He's like, I'm a clown. And he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's
okay. Make jokes, bud. People are gonna get killed. Like, make your jokes.
Where's
Hope it's
the
worth it.
punchline though? Like,
Just,
there's no punchline.
He hates Israel. Like,
Well,
he
it's weird.
hates Israel.
The horseshoe,
yeah,
like the far left and the far right had that in common. Like,
they
they're
sure
just
do, boy.
anti-Israel.
They sure do.
And I don't know. There's a lot of things that I know about but I'm just not sure about. I'm kind of open-minded to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I had a buddy who was sending me all this anti-Israel. I'm like, buddy, I'm just telling you, just take one red pill. Don't take the whole bottle, because you're gonna go down. He's like, I know. It's just coming. But the
Is it who I
algorithm's
think it
feeding it
is?
to him. I don't know.
You mentioned a friend of yours who was like, he was in the algorithm.
Yes,
So it's probably him.
that's what. Yes, that's
Is
what.
he sending you this as if to say, I'm convinced by this?
No, he was just like, he's like, I wanted to get your perspective and point of view on it.
Oh.
But this is out there. This is some evidence for it. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you even had like people who I thought were semi-normal, like Tucker Carlson, kind of insinuating that as well.
Yeah,
about the Israel
Tucker's
stuff.
gone. Candace is gone. Megyn Kelly is reasonable. She's asking questions. You're allowed to ask questions. Can I just make a comment about like people who are on the pro-Zionist side, the 0 that are left? But what they're doing wrong is, as soon as anyone just starts to ask questions about Israel, they start calling them an anti-Semite. They start saying they're anti-Zionist, and you can't do that, because then there's going to be no one fucking left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what's really, I feel like, pushing people away. And even Megyn Kelly has been saying, like, when she started asking questions, she started getting pressure from a lot of like professional and personal friends, like begging her to go to Israel. They're like, come to Israel. Because obviously they're going to show her a great time. They're going to, wine and dine her. They're going to show her like
69er.
Yeah. So you can't do that, because then people think something's up. Even if nothing's up, people will think something is up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a deep rabbit hole you could go down.
Yeah.
With that sort of stuff. And I guess some of it seems to make sense to me, some of it doesn't. But I just don't understand how this kid who did that to Charlie Kirk, like, so what, did they pay him or something?
Right. Exactly.
What's the
This is what they were
motive?
saying. They were saying that the week that Charlie died, he started asking questions about Israel. And this is what Tucker Carlson was saying, that he was getting pressure from his donors that, please don't bring either, Tucker to TPUSA events, or, don't talk about this, or don't breach this topic, or don't entertain this. They were kind of just, I guess, putting pressure on him. So instead of like, why are you bringing that up when we have a guy in custody, the furry thing, the trans thing, but that he was just like, isn't it interesting? Stop saying that shit. Isn't it interesting? You can draw a line between any 2 points.
Correlation's not causation.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, I just don't understand how they would. I mean, I think Mossad's good at a lot of things, but I don't know if paying off some weird homo, in Utah It just doesn't make sense
They
to me.
wouldn't
Like there has
pay
to
them. It would be some sort of
mind
weird
control.
Yeah, or like it would be like a friend of his. Maybe if they're like the furry was a massage, some shit like that. They're not gonna just like openly pay this kid. But just the conclusions that people were coming to is just outrageous. Even to the point, I don't know if I sent this to you, but even to the point where Dave Smith, very sharply critical of Israel, even he was like, what evidence do you have that Israel is behind this? And then someone posted like, when Dave Smith realized that all of his fans were anti-Semites, and he's like, and even Dave Smith was like, I went through the comments, he's like, that's some grotesque stuff. I'm like, yeah, dude. What did you think was happening?
Yeah, it's it's just messed up. I don't know what to even say about it. But anyway, should we go?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't want
to get out of
an
here.
Israel rant for too long.
Yeah, Israel is an interesting country.
I might be going there soon.
I think they do. Oh, really? They do a lot of good, and they probably do a lot of bad too.
Like any fucking country.
Yeah, I think they're just better at it.
Better doing bad, and better doing good.
Maybe better doing bad. I mean, the pager thing that they pulled off with Hamas, that's amazing.
That's good.
That was like, and I heard about, I listened to a podcast about that where they sent these pagers out to Hamas and then they sent them all off.
It was Hezbollah.
Oh, Hezbollah, sorry. And that was like a 15-year plan or something crazy. And they had to make these shell companies in China and produce.
Intercept them,
put the plastic explosive in there. And it was just like many years long. You go, dude, that's good. I mean, it's evil to some degree as far as warfare, but
no, what are you talking about? It's super like targeted.
Yes.
They didn't just mass bomb them like everyone's blaming them in Gaza. And then I learned that I think it's the prime minister or some sort of like official head of like Scotland was like, look at them, they killed innocent civilians during the pager attack. Like 3 civilians died, and they're just like, fuck Israel. I'm like,
I know.
What do you want?
It's a little dirty pool though. Would you at least admit that? Because it's not on a battlefield, or it's a little bit of dirty pool.
I think it's cleaner that way. Is it not than just like bombing people's homes with their families in them? You're targeting the people who are actively terrorizing your country.
I see that point, but I also think it's a little bit of dirty pool. It's just not honorable. It's not like on the battlefield where you're.
Would that be better if like more people die? I don't know.
Maybe
I see what you're saying. Like it's
morally.
Like maniacal, conniving. Super smart,
really impressive. I mean, like really
great
really
work,
impressive.
Guys.
I mean, that's what I mean. They know what's going on. They know they know
they do. And then you got to think like the mind fuck that is when it's like they do not feel probably comfortable communicating on any device after that.
Right. Yeah. How could you?
Like your phone, pager. Like how do you organize? You can't because you're just freaked out.
Smoke signals, man.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna end up getting wood with like plastic explosive.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Anyway. All right. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Phil, for the super sticker. Appreciate that. That was the only super chat we had today. All good, though. Appreciate y'all being here. HMBradio.substack.com. Please go there and subscribe, even if you're watching here on YouTube. There's a free version, and Substack apparently has some cool features coming, like we could do Zoom meetings and stuff like that. But I need people to sign up there. So I'm a little nervous about Substack. I heard Substack was a free speech, Patreon, essentially.
Okay.
I don't know. It seems like it's going the other way, so I hope we don't get pigeonholed there. But let's give it a try. HMBradio.substack.com. Tell a friend about the show. Give it thumbs up and comments. That stuff really helps us out as well. And we will talk to you next Wednesday. Have a great rest of your week, and I hope you don't get shot. That's all I can say. Good luck, everybody.